Hello, welcome back to Greenhill Junction. As you can see, progress has been coming along quite well on the baseboards. I've got kind of 6 main tables for the 2 sides in. This L section here is sort of the joining piece for the top end. So it'll go in the thin bit just at the back there where that sheathing pliers, and then it'll cover that gap there. And then just on the corner here will be a triangle that I'm only going to build once everyone's in place. And then up here, basically the gap along the middle is 28.5 inches, which is perfect for my viaduct that I saved from the old layout. So today's video is going to be mainly about joining and levelling all the tables. Now, one thing I didn't do in my last layout was level the tables. I just put them in expecting the builder to be able to build a level floor, but yeah, that doesn't happen. So I've been doing a bit of research on what to do, and I'd watched Graham from Lakeside put on some pre-made adjustable feet on his tables, which looked great, you know, just screw them on, adjust them, brilliant. Eventually found them on Amazon and they were best part of £15 for 4. Now I've got 38 legs here, so my maths isn't great, but that's well into £100 odd just for some adjustable feet. So that was way too expensive for me. So I did a little bit of research online, digging about on eBay, and I've came up with this plan, which is here. So what I've got is, I've got these adjustable feet, which are M6s, just a screw base with a plastic base on it. I've got these T-nuts, again M6s, you can see the prongs that'll dig into the wood. And then I've got these little flanged nuts to hold everything in place. So what happens is, well, what I need is this 6.5mm drill bit and my wee pin hammer there. So drill 6.5mm hole in the base of the leg, and then hammer that in so the prongs dig into the wood, and then basically, I should have done this on a tripod, screw that on to the leg. Very difficult one-handed. You get the gist of it. Screw that onto the leg, and then screw that into the T-nut. So all this, I got 40 feet, 50 T-nuts, I think there's 40 of the flange nuts there. All that cost me a grand total of £13.72. The feet, they came from China, granted they took 14 days to get here, but they were £6.88 for 40 of them, and if I wanted them from a UK supplier, it was, I've got about 4 or 5 for just under a tenner. So, sorry, China won. So what I'll do is I'll put them all together and I'll actually show you them in position, because as you can see that table there is slightly higher than the other, and that's because I've already fitted the adjustable feet to it. So I'll be back in just a second. So this is the adjustable feet actually on the legs of the table I've already done. You can just about see the setup there. And I've not tightened the bolts up, if the camera focus. I've not tightened the bolts up yet because this still might move a little bit, so I don't want it set in place yet. You can see that's essentially what it's going to be looking like once it's fitted. And if I go back up, I've set one up like I was trying to do before. So as you can see, the T-nut is there, the flange nut in the middle, and the foot is the overall thing. So the foot can wind up and down in the T-nut to whatever height I need it to be, and then that flange nut will tighten up onto the T-nut and hold everything in place once I'm satisfied. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn our table over and show you exactly how to do it. So back in a minute. Right, so we're all set up, ready to go on this leg. I've got 6.5mm drill bit in, so simple case of right in the middle of the leg, drilling down. Drill down a couple of centimetres, longer than you need for the leg, mainly because I think these are actually about 7mm thick, but I thought 7mm was a bit loose, so 6.5. Sometimes you get a little bit of wood shavings coming into the middle, so if you've got a bigger hole, all you need is a smaller drill bit and poke it down the hole and push everything to the bottom. So now take these T-nuts, make sure the points are facing down. Just hold it on the hole, try not to bash your fingers. I'm just going to move you over to show you what I mean about the stuff getting stuck in the hole. So please focus. You can just see, oh maybe not, you can just see there's some wood stuck in the hole there, some shavings, and that's going to get in the way of putting the screw in. So like I say, just get a smaller drill bit and just shimmy it about in the hole, and that clears it out. Excuse me, I'll just put the tripod back. There we go. Right, so got the foot made up with the flange nut on it. Make sure the textured bit is going to be towards the T-nut, and then just a case of, well, to start off, oops, put that all the way down and just screw that all the way in. Just like that. And what I'll do is I'll bring you down and show you it. So there you go. That's it basically at its minimum height. And then once you turn it over, you can unscrew the leg to increase the height as needed. And then once you're satisfied with the height, screw that nut back down, and you can finger tighten it or get a spanner and really tighten it, and then it all won't move, or certainly won't move without a bit of encouragement, and you have your table perfectly level. So I'm going to crack on with this table, get the other 3 legs on, and then flip it back over. So I'll see you in a bit. Hi there, welcome back. So done a couple of days work in here, and I've managed to get most of the tables in. I have got all these tables levelled. I've got the spacing down the middle exact, so that bridge fits perfect in between, and it's all good to go to get fastened up, so the tables stay in place. The only table I've still got to build is that triangle. It's 31 inch by 31 inch equilateral triangle. I didn't have the wood for it, but I managed to scrounge a bit off one of my mates last night, so that'll get built in the next couple of days. So yeah, so everything's nice and level. I've done a twofold method. I've got the old spirit level. As you can see, that table's pretty much dead on, and then I also got out a couple of bits of track and a handy carriage and just sort of ran it along the track gently to check that it just came to a halt itself and there was no slope. What I actually had when I first did this, I thought I had everything levelled, and then I did it on the bridge and the carriages went running away off to the right, and I was like, alright, okay, what's going on there? And when I actually measured the height of the tables either side, despite them being level in themselves, there was actually the ones on the left were a centimetre higher than the ones on the right, so I had to go back around it all and level it back out. So the only thing that's really needing done now is to join up the tables. So I've sort of shift that, I've set it out here, so I've got these fixing plates again off eBay. I'll post a link to all this stuff so you don't have to go searching about. It's just the stuff I found. I'm not affiliated with any of the sellers. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix these to the underside of the baseboard and just put a screw in either side, and it just it'll hold the tables together, and there'll be two even on each table. And then what I need to do after that is at some points there is just a slight rise. You can see it there. You can see how it's level there, and then it rises a little bit and it goes back level at the far end. That's just a slight deformity in the plywood that I've used for the top, so I need to go around and just sand them down before I put cork all over the top. But it's coming on well. I've got a real good idea of what I've got space wise now. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be here, so I'm going to have a nice big space for stuff to sweep around and into what's going to be the station area here. This bit here, that's to go under the bridge. So what will happen there is it's too heavy to pick it up while I'm filming, but I'm going to fix it to the underside here. It's 2 foot wide, and it'll fix to the undersides along here, and then it'll provide a base for the river, canal, whatever's going to be over here. As you can see, the bridge is just slightly deeper than the frame of the tables, but I've measured that about 4 or 5 mil. So I actually have 5 mil hardboard just sitting in the corner that I used for the back scenes on my old layout. So I'm going to just put a strip of hardboard along there, and then screw the board in and put some legs in, because it's actually a bit heavier than I thought it was going to be. So I don't think just by screwing it in and depending on these legs is going to be sufficient. And then that's that bit bridged as well. But so it's taken a while, especially leveling it, but I'm really pleased with the way stuff's turned out. So I'll get on with fixing the tables together. I'll get these that table installed, that table built, and then I think I'll finish this off just showing you the entire layout ready to go. And there we go. That's the baseboards complete. Everything's in. Took a couple of days extra just because I can't get outside to get things sawed. Work and things get in the way. But this is now the template for my new layout. So I'm really pleased. Everything's worked out pretty much to plan. You can see I've sanded a couple of bits to try and even it out a little. It's worked alright there. But over here, for whatever reason, I've still got quite a big lip. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of filler and a tiny little slope coming down there. Everything's getting covered in cork anyway, apart from that table. So that'll take out any minor bumps and unevenness. But yeah, really pleased with this as well. Got this perfect. So the bridge is fitting absolutely spot on. It's perfect width, perfect height. The 5 mil hardboard, which you can just see in there, was exactly what I needed to make that totally level. So this isn't getting corked because there's going to be, I've seen a couple of resin sort of things to make rivers with, and I think if I put cork in it'll just soak in the cork, so I'm going to leave it as bare wood and then just build up the scenery on top of the wood. But yeah, so next job is corking it all. and then I can get on to actually planning what I'm doing. And I suppose if I'm going to put an upper level, I better start planning where I put that as well. But that will wrap up this video. Thanks very much for watching. Please leave any comments and I'll get back to you. And if you like what you're seeing, want to see the railway progress, just click the subscribe button. That way you'll get notified for my future videos. Alright, thanks very much and speak to you again soon.